Hello, this is a project presentation on EmpowerSelf by the team Power of Sleep for Mind. The team comprises of Julia, myself, Shireen, and Aline. The early detection and prevention of mental health illnesses remain ineffective due to the lack of a reliable measurement method. Also, data displayed on wearable devices often requires expert knowledge to interpret and fails to inspire actionable change. To address this issue, we set the stage by focusing on the relationship among sleep, burnout, mental health, and performance. And we narrowed the scope to the following two scenarios. One, individuals who are happy and well. Scenario 2, individuals showing an early sign of mental health illness. We aim to address the following questions. How can generative AI help us measure the holistic well-being of individuals? To effectively evaluate the impact of factors such as sleep deprivation and burnout on mental health and consequently the effects of mental illness on performance. How can we develop a generative AI-powered solution that enables individuals to monitor, maintain, and improve their mental health by providing scientific, data-informed knowledge and insights that inspire actionable change? Our solution focuses on the proactive prevention of mental health illness. We reimagined holistic well-being measurement by challenging the status quo and breaking free from traditional constraints such as lack of data. Powered by generative AI, our innovative solution unlocks the future of well-being assessment across 4 dimensions: physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual. And we call this holistic well-being. This is the vision we have. By combining wearable devices, it could be Apple Watch, it could be Oura Ring, combine those with a chatbot powered by Gemini, it can listen, hear, read, see, and speak. So when this chatbot interacts with users, it will read facial expressions, analyze the tone of voice and words selected to use to express their feeling and their experience, and then analyze in the back end to generate correlation, identify causation, and then generate scientific, data-informed knowledge, insight, and recommendations. It is not shown in this diagram, but we would like to incorporate human in the loop before sending that knowledge, insight, and recommendation from chatbot back to the user. And the plan we have is we start with one individual user, but in the future we would like to scale to many individual users if this minimum viable solution is proven to be effective. Well-being measurement framework and synthetic data generation. We used Gemini 1.5 Flash, and we gave a name called Evelyn, and we asked Evelyn to help us define a well-being measurement framework and come up with 8 metrics for each of the dimension. And because this is a metrics, we also asked Evelyn to come up with rubric for each of the metric so that we will be able to score. So that we will be able to give scores to each of the metrics based on the factor that our solution receive. And once we develop this framework, metrics, and rubric, we asked Evelyn to generate synthetic data for those 2 specific scenarios. But particularly for scenario 2, we are interested in analyzing data points for individuals who are showing the early signs of burnout and mental illness due to poor sleep. And we asked Evelyn to generate 6 roles that represent 6 individuals, and it did an excellent job. And we asked one of the mentors to validate, and she came back saying, yes, this looks good. So we were very happy, and also we were also impressed by the ability of Evelyn to be able to generate this synthetic data, which looks very realistic. And also this will address the lack of data we often see in well-being data. So I talked about Rubik, so I'm going to skip. But another key information is we also asked Evelyn if he could generate a personalized dashboard. And he responded saying, I'm sorry, I'm not able to generate the dashboard. However, we'll be able to generate the code, which we could implement to generate the dashboard. So this is a scenario 1, interaction between the chatbot and user. In this case, this user is perfectly happy and well, so there is no actions taken by the chatbot, but kept storing the data so that it can analyze the patterns and signals. Scenario 2, in this case, the individual is showing the early signs of a mental health issue due to the lack of sleep. So in this case, it would generate an early sign to take preventative action for this user. In order for us to test our solution, we needed to somehow generate response to a question, hi, how's life treating you? So to generate these responses, we asked Evelyn by sending this prompt, generate a few responses for those who have been experiencing poor sleep, has high risk of burnout, and have a higher risk of developing mental illness, such as depression and anxiety. And it generated varying types of responses, which is awesome, and we were impressed by this. So what we would like to do next is we will send this to a solution. We haven't come up with a name, but the expectation is that it would take key factors and generate a score for each of the metrics for those factors and put it into the well-being measurement framework that Evelyn helped us develop, so that we will continue to take in the experience expressed by the user, and our solution will be able to continue to monitor and analyze. And if it finds early signs of burnout and mental illness, it would generate knowledge and actionable insight that hopefully will inspire the user to take action. This is a mock-up of a personalized well-being dashboard. This interaction is very similar, but the key information that I would like to highlight is that the inputs get analyzed and key factors get extracted, assign appropriate scores, and put it into well-being measurement framework. And also, in case there is early signs being detected, this solution is going to generate scientific data-informed knowledge and insights and recommendation in a form of a conversation to a user. But before response gets sent to the user, we want to make sure that human is in the loop. So researchers, scientists, and clinical professional experts, they would be asked to analyze the response before this communication is sent back to the user to ensure that response is safe and ethical. And risk and ethics, these are granted by Google's responsible AI principles, evaluation and result. So as I mentioned, we were able to ask one of the mentors to validate the synthetic data. We were able to do so, and as a part of the solution, we want to ensure that human is in the loop. For the impact and relevance, this solution could potentially prevent the burden on mental health care. This solution has the potential to generate personalized interventions and potentially could be integrated into healthcare system. We also wanted to talk about the cost of untreated mental health illness. It has consequences for economic cost. It could lead to lost productivity of individuals and organizations, and could cause health system strain. The benefits: improved performance of individual, higher life satisfaction, and physical health benefit. We want to focus on holistic well-being because physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual, they are all intertwined and integrated. For future work, because we use synthetic data, we want to introduce our human data from wearable devices such as Aura and Apple Watch, and then validate our framework, metrics, so forth. And also, for this particular project, this is the art of the possibles. So we would like to go beyond that, and hopefully our solution would be serve as a blueprint for a solution to solve real-world problems. Lastly, we would like to thank all our mentors who made valuable contributions to our project. Thank you.